One of the most common questions I get asked by new and some even seasoned coaches is, how do I stand out among all the other coaches in the industry, especially online? And listen, it is a completely legitimate question because the coaching industry is one of the fastest growing industries out there. In fact, the last time I checked, I think it was somewhere around a $2 billion industry. We've got hundreds, if not thousands, of new coaches entering the marketplace every single year. So it's important for you as a business owner, as a brand, and as a coach to be able to stand out and distinguish yourself from the next coach that's out there, right? So whether you're a parenting coach, whether you're a health coach, whether you're a relationship coach, whether you are a money coach, whether you're a business coach or marketing coach, whatever you are, you've got to be able to understand and know how to stand out in your marketing and how to stand out as a brand from all the other coaches out there. And that is what I'm going to share with you guys today in this video. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Safia Sattar, certified business coach and online marketing strategist, and I help coaches, both new and emerging, start, grow, and scale their businesses using connection-based marketing. So what you guys just hear, you just heard me introduce myself, right? You've likely heard another coach somewhere out there, another business coach, say that they help coaches start and grow their businesses. It's not the first time you've heard that, right? Great, awesome. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt my feelings. But what you probably have never heard before is someone saying it using connection-based marketing, right? That's my thing. That's the thing that sets me apart from the next business coach, from the next online marketing strategist. Because the way that I approach marketing and the way that I approach business is different than any of the other coaches out there, because I use my unique process of connection-based marketing. So today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how you get dialed in on that for yourself and how you can apply that to your business. And it's not just a cute tagline. It is something that your business fundamentally, and you as a coach fundamentally stand for. It's not just about being cute or being different or having like some playful tagline. It's about walking your talk and really showing up as a leader in your space, okay? So let me share a quick little backstory with you on how I landed on connection-based marketing and why that's relevant to you. So, when I started out in coaching about 5 years ago, I never wanted, one of the things that I saw, that I constantly saw, was coaches coaching other coaches, right? And I never wanted to be another coach marketing to the coaching industry, coaching coaches, right? I was determined to be something different. But here's what I realized. I realized that the reason why that annoyed me so much was because the way marketing was being done, right? And I always saw marketing being very clickbait, very, touch and go, very impersonal, where someone is getting ready to launch their their group program or their mastermind or whatever the thing is that they were launching. And then they would pop up in your inbox or pop up in your newsfeed, and then they would launch and they would sell to you, and then boom, they'd get your money. And then bam, you don't hear from them again until they're ready to launch again. I saw that so much, it drove me crazy. Or you've got this other thing now where everybody is in your DM and everybody is quick to message you and quick to say do you want to hop on a call or do you want to buy this thing, without even knowing who you are, knowing anything about your business, or even really knowing if you're the right fit for the thing that they're selling. And this is something that frustrated the heck out of me, because I knew that was not the way to gain long-term loyal customers and followers and people who really just love you and want to invest in you, right? And it was something that I was determined to change, because I hated being marketed to that way, and all the clients and all the people that I work with felt the same. And on top of that, it was not how I marketed my business. It was not how I went about marketing. It's not how I was teaching my private clients to do it. And what I saw time and time again, from not just saying it and having this thought process, but actually doing it, was that my results and my clients' results just multiplied tenfold when we incorporated connection-based marketing strategies. So I knew at my core there was a different way to do marketing. And if you've never heard this before come out of my mouth, you'll probably hear it several times again. And that is, I wholeheartedly believe that when you connect, you convert. I firmly, firmly believe that the conversions live in the connection. And I was determined to do marketing and to teach marketing in a different way, because we as humans, we are wired for connection. It's in our DNA, right? And without getting into too much history and biology and all that good stuff, scientifically, it's proven that our brains are wired for connection. And when we buy and we make our buying decisions, it is based on an emotional connection that we feel to the thing or the person or the product that is being sold to. But that's a topic for another video, and I'm going to share that in another video with you guys. But for the purpose of this video, I knew that not only did my results in doing it in my own business, but it was also science backed, right? Like I knew that there was something bigger and more important about connection that needed to be folded into marketing. And I was determined to teach that. Now, today, you're hearing a lot of people talk about relationship building and connection in marketing, and that's great. I think it's fantastic. But it's a thing that I am so firmly rooted in that I will never stop talking about that. So why do I bring all of this up, and what does that have to do with you? So just like you, when I started out in coaching, I was just another coach, right? I was in the market, in the industry. I was just another business coach. At first I started out as a life coach and I pivoted into business coaching, and that's a whole other story with good story that I'm going to share later. But when I started out in coaching, I was just another coach. And I didn't even know that I was looking to stand out. I didn't even know that I was looking to find something to stand out. But what I knew was that I didn't like what I was seeing in my industry. And I knew that I had to say, and I had to talk about it in a different way. And the moment I started doing that, instantly, I started to separate myself from the other coaches. Instantly, I became known as this person who approaches marketing in a very value-based, connection-based way. And instantly, I started attracting those clients that aligned with that value and wanted to do business in that way. And when I started attracting those people started paying me without question, right? And the same is true for you. So let me break it down for you if you're trying to think, how do I apply this to me? So what you've got to do if you want to be able to really stand out from all the coaches is really, really get clear and get so dialed in on what your values are. What is the thing that you stand for? What is the thing that so deeply at your core you believe in and you stand for as it relates to your industry? So if you're a parenting coach, if you're a health coach, if you're a money coach, if you're a business coach, whatever kind of coach you are, what is it about your industry that you believe so deeply in that you know your ideal clients need in order to change their life or their circumstances, right? Let's start there. That's like your first base question. And then you want to think about, what is it about your industry? What is it about your particular industry? Again, parenting, relationships, wherever you land on that you disagree with, or you flat out like just get frustrated or angry with, right? The way that things are being taught. And why do you believe that needs to be changed? What needs to be changed about that and why? And you'll know this because it'll be aligned with your values, right? It'll be aligned with that first question I just mentioned. When you're able to see things differently and you're able to start to talk about that and fold that into your marketing, the same will happen for you in that you will start to repel those people who don't agree with your message, and you will start to draw in and attract the people that do. And those will become your people. Those will become the people that align with your values. Those will become the people that aren't just getting on the phone with you to kind of shop around and find out what your prices are and then decide if they want to work with you, or like just like whatever, just pick your brain. Those will be the kinds of people that will be coming to your calls ready and willing to invest with you because they already align with your values and they love the way that you talk about this thing. So I'm going to give you a quick practical example here. So I remember when my son was just 6 or 7 months old, he was a baby. And he slept in our bed. I was breastfeeding and, that's a whole other story, but he never wanted to sleep in his crib, right? And I remember I really wanted to get him into his crib. And so this whole sleep training thing was out there where I don't know if any parents are watching this, but the cry it out method. And that method was to basically let the baby cry it out, right? And every night you would extend the time. So the first night it would be like 10 minutes, they'll cry it out. Then the next night is 15 minutes or whatever the case may be. And this was such a common way of sleep training. Like all the mommy blogs, all the people were talking about it in this way. And, I tried it. And I remember my husband and I, we would be in our bedroom and our child would be screaming his head off. My poor baby would be crying and crying and crying and screaming his head off. And I'm just like, I can't do this. I just can't do this. And I tried it. And I had friends who had tried it and they had success and it had worked for them. But I knew like that was breaking my heart. And I'm like, there's got to be another way to get your baby to sleep in its crib and sleep train. There's got to be another way. So I started to like seek out other options. And I found this coach who was a sleep training coach, and she completely was against a cry it out method. And she had a different 5-step method where she had a course and she had books and things like that on it, on different things to really help your baby at certain ages and different techniques to use that was not as traumatic than the cry it out method. And I remember I landed on her website, I read her stuff, and boom, instantly I bought her thing. There was no waiting. There was no second guessing. There was not me going and Googling other coaches and other techniques. I knew right away that that was the coach and that was the method and that was the thing that I needed, because instantaneously I connected with that person and I knew that coach and that lady's approach and her values and the way that she was going about sleep training aligned with my values. And that was the thing that I resonated with. And I knew without a second doubt, boom, I invested. And that's what happens, right? When you stand for something, you corner the market. And when you stand for that and you're willing to talk about that and you're willing to be a little different, it's okay. I'm not saying you have to be revolutionary or you have to like have all these unique thoughts. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. So slow down. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that when you get deeply rooted in what your values are, and you are willing to show up and you are willing to talk about that and you're willing to put that into your content, put that into your offers, put that into everything you do in your marketing, that is what will happen for you. You will find those people seeking you out because they want a different way, or they might just stumble on your stuff and your content will resonate with them and they will follow you and they will like you and they will like what you have to say and they will seek you out. And then they will buy from you, okay? Because you have created a connection and because you have spoken to their values, right? So I want you to hear me that this is so much more about you and your mindset and that work than it is about strategy or it is about like any marketing technique. This is about you getting so dialed in and getting so clear on what it is that you stand for, what your values are, what are the things about your industry and your niche that you know you want to change or you want to do differently and you want to talk to people about it or show people a different way of approaching it. So if you're a parenting coach, right? Do you like approach, dealing with teens in a different way? Or, if you're a marriage or a relationship coach, do you approach communication in a different way, right? Or whatever your thing is, I want you to think about that. And I want you to get so grounded and so anchored and in what those values are for you. And I want you to like be willing to talk about it and share it in your message and share it unapologetically in your message and stand behind it. Because when you do, that is how you become a leader. that is how you are not just another coach. That's how you really become a leader and you stand out. And that's how you find people seeking you out and wanting to come to work with you and wanting to buy from you and wanting that thing that you have, because they're like, oh yeah, you know, X, Y, and Z does business and does marketing, but I love the way Safia does it. I love the way Safia emphasizes connection, right? Or whatever your thing is. You're going to find people that will seek you out in that way. But the key, you guys, the key, and I will repeat it, is that you've got to believe in it and you've got to be willing to share it and you've got to stand behind it 100%. And even if there's other people out there that are saying the same thing you are or share the same beliefs, you have to be even more willing to just walk your talk around it and really be your own best testimonial and your own best case study, right? And really, most importantly here is make sure that the thing really relates to your ideal clients, because it's not just enough to say, oh, I believe that we should all be like, you know, creating deeper connections with our market. I, as a business owner and as a marketer and as a coach, I need to be able to fold that into how it relates to my ideal clients. And so that's the thing that you're going to have to do. It's not just about being cute in your marketing or being cute in your branding or coming up with some catchy tagline. It's about really embodying the thing that you stand for and sharing that in your brand, in your messaging, in your offers, in all of the things. So if you liked this video and if you want more like hard to the point sort of content and trainings and tips on this, follow me inside of my Facebook group, The Connected Entrepreneur. I'm going to leave a link somewhere around this video for you. Find me inside The Connected Entrepreneur. Every single week, I'm sharing lots of value, lots of tips, lots of strategies and techniques and things that you need to be doing in your business as a coach to start, scale, grow, and scale your business, right? So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.